Um, I'm going to have him speak. He is somebody that means the world to me. He has actually spoken at Metal 15 years ago. I'm honored that he's joining us right now. He is somebody that has gone through all kinds of life's situations, and I'm so happy he's joining us. Is George Kansas. George, I love for you to grab 10 minutes of what's going on, and do you mind if you jump in and kind of give us the last keynote speech? Are you cool
Uh,
with it?
I'd be absolutely honored. Of course, I'm cool with it, Ken. Thank you.
I'll give you a minute warning when you have a minute left. Okay,
Okay, great. Are we
you're
starting
on.
now? Okay, beautiful. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, brothers, fathers, men, it's husbands, partners. It's so great to be here with you. I've just come out of an amazing experience that I and my wife do everything together, dove into full headlong to really pull the gold out of, because that's how I live. That's who I am. And I'll give you the Reader's Digest version of the history line. 6 months ago, I was re-diagnosed with a rare form of leukemia, a type of bone marrow and blood cancer that causes my white blood cells to sort of get out of control. And that was in January. I immediately began making dietary changes and some lifestyle changes to see if I could get myself back on track. I strengthened every aspect of my blood, but I went back in May to find out that the cancer had expanded. And the doctor said, this is probably a great time to just start treatment. You're strong, you're healthy, you're vital, you have the best chance of recovering without a hiccup. And I was hesitant because I had a conference coming up just 5 days later or 9 days later. And if I started chemotherapy that week, I would be sick, going into the the conference that I had created called the Big Tent Summit for men and women leading men's work. And the the doctor said, "You'll be fine. You're strong. You're going to be fine." And I made the decision right then and there with my wife to start treatment that day. I went through 5 days of chemotherapy, and 4 days later, I was on stage kicking off the first ever conference of its kind, supporting the people who are leading men's work into the future. It was the lesson from that, gentlemen, I want to share with you is that purpose is its own medicine. And it fueled me, it buoyed me, it kept me focused through the nausea and through all the stuff that chemo brought up. It kept me focused on my meditations. Um, I practice a meditation that I'm happy to share with anybody who wants it. It's called the Thank You Body Meditation. And it goes something like this. Thank you, body. Thank you that every cell, every tissue, every organ, and every system functions in perfect synchronicity for my highest good in every moment of every day, and with every beat of my heart, with every breath of my lungs, without a conscious thought given them, with ease and grace, in peace and abundance, whether I'm working, sleeping, or resting. Thank you, body. And that's a meditation that I did 100 times a day during my treatment. I've been doing it for years, and I've been teaching it to people. So, one of the first lessons, like I said, I dove in and started asking the first question: why now? Why has this disease returned for a third time in my life? Why is it knocking me on the side of the head one more time? And the immediate answer to that, I went deep into meditation and got an answer: life is precious. Be present in every moment and bring more me into every present moment. Now, that's pretty great stuff, and pretty universal lesson for all of us to take, especially on Father's Day when we have an opportunity. I have the blessing of being able to talk to my father. It's a day-to-day thing, whether he'll remember me or not, but I fully intend to connect with him today. There is, and if you don't, if your father's not around, connect with him anyway. The second piece, I felt like that was true, but I wanted to go deeper. And so one night I went to bed. My wife challenged me. She said, George, don't be lazy with this. Dive in, keep digging. You're so good at this. And so before I went to bed that night, I did, remember the movie Inception? Leonardo DiCaprio was great at putting ideas into other people's minds. Well, I'm really great at doing that too. And so this time I put that idea into my mind, and I asked my subconscious mind, Ma, bring me an answer to this question. What's a deeper cut at why this is happening now? and make it in such a way that I don't have to think about it, make it obvious. And I went to bed. And at 4:30 in the morning, I was having a dream. I was lucid in the dream. I was moving through a warehouse with a flashlight, looking in every what I call nook and cranny, around every corner, bringing light to the dark places to find out why this was happening again. And I turned a corner and I saw a rat. The rat looked at me and disappeared down a hole. And I remember saying to myself, "You got it. Wake up." And I woke up out of the dream and I said to myself, "That's the answer. What's that mean? What's the rat going down the hole mean?" And instantly I got an answer. I still had shame and embarrassment around some of the decisions I had made throughout my life, bad investment decisions, bad, whatever that means, things that turned out not to be great business decisions and financial decisions. And I carried shame around that. I love that, Adam. You're going to explore this next week. Everybody get to Adam's. If you're exploring shame, explore it. Go headlong into it. Psychedelics can help, and I can help you with that, but that's a different conversation. But I knew that there still was another path. I knew there was still a deeper layer I could take to looking at this shame. And so I asked my subconscious again, why? Why is this happening to me, a man who's committed my life to supporting men, often high net worth men who have killed it on the business playing field, but somewhere in their life, they have a disharmony. And I went to bed again, asking my subconscious mind to answer that question. And I woke up again, 3:30 in the morning. George, what's the difference between playing not to lose and playing to win? And that question rocked me to my core. I suddenly realized that after all these ideas about how I can help men, is having gone to this brink so many times and have the roadmap to point you to the space. It felt so purposeful for me to be able to point out the distinction to someone and hold them in that exploration when so much shame and embarrassment and shit comes up for us when we look. As men, we don't want to admit. As kings, we don't want to admit our vulnerable flank. We don't want to admit the failures of that first family and those kids who don't talk to us anymore. And we don't want to admit that we made bad decisions. And we don't want to admit that we've been taken advantage of, and all these things that cause shame in our subconscious mind and our conscious mind and affect our decisions every day. And this invitation felt so powerful to me. I'm so glad the timing is so perfect, Ken, to be back here with my M.E.T.A.L brothers. It's so good to be back. I am a member, by the way, and I'm thrilled to be here. And that this idea is like, gentlemen, if I could leave you with one challenge, one thing to really soak in today, is that it's different for everybody, by the way. There's no right answer. But what does it mean? How are you playing not to lose? And how much is that costing you every single day? How much is that causing an ache in your gut, in your heart? How much is that causing a longing? And if you make that shift and get the support, brothers, I know how fucking hard it is to ask for help. But man alive, I know how freeing it is when I do. I have some of the best brothers on the planet supporting me through this journey. Some of them are here. And I'll tell you, asking might be the most vulnerable thing you can do in your experience. And doing that and rendering yourself vulnerable is the most fucking powerful thing you can do as a man. Because when we stand side by side, I'm Spartan, right? I come from Spartan heritage. My other half is Sicilian. I got tough in my nervous system, right? Let me tell you, the Spartans practiced, the Agoge practiced, they called it tree fucking. They leaned into each other's backs so hard and trusted their brothers so hard, they would knock trees down walking through a forest. Think about the power of that. We're capable of that together. And in this world, it's a metaphor for what we're capable of in love, in business, in community building, in taking control of our future and protecting the environment, the children, the animals, our women, our brothers. These are our imperatives.
I love it. George, that was awesome.
Thanks, brother.
That was awesome. George, Kansas, Hey, George, people want to know, how do they get a hold of you? You want to put can you put your
So
email address or phone number?
yeah,
What do you want to do?
GPK at amazinginternational.org. Get in contact with me. Find me on Facebook. I'm redesigning everything now. This is changing everything for me moving forward. So the website, gpkspeaks.com is the website. You can take a look at that, but it's going to be different in a month. So please, thank you, Gary. Please reach
Yeah,
out. I would love to be in touch with you, brothers. It's good to be back.
I'm putting your Gmail in right away. That's one I have in front of me. Oh,
GP
there it is.
Kansas.
There,
Yeah,
there you
we're
go.
all good. Thank you, brother.
George, you
Ken,
filled
I
an
fucking love
important,
you.
that was amazing. It was like you just elevated everything. George, hey, happy Father's Day, by the way. What's it mean to be a father?
Well, what it means to be a father, right now, it means how much I celebrate my children. They're both really extraordinary parents now. So being a grandfather is epic. I recommend it to everyone. And I'm so freaking proud of my kids. So freaking proud of
I
my
love that.
kids. They came through such hardship with me as a single father for 20 years, and they freaking rock in life.
Yeah. George, it's great to see you back here. We want to see you here
Great
more
to see you
often.
too, brother. I'll be back. I'll be back more. I love you, Ken. Thanks.
I love you too, George.